What if the way you've been told to protect your bones after 60 wasn't actually the most effective way? Many older adults rely on milk, calcium pills, or the same safe foods they've eaten for years. Yet new research shows that some of these choices barely support bone strength at all. Meanwhile, a few simple, old-fashioned foods can help the body rebuild bone far more effectively than most people realize. And here's the twist. The most powerful bone-supporting food we'll talk about today isn't milk, isn't a supplement, and isn't part of the typical osteoporosis diet. It's something incredibly simple, and something many people stopped eating a long time ago. But before we get there, let me ask you this. If your bones were thinning little by little every year, would you even notice it happening? Most people don't. They just feel things like a stiffer back in the morning, shorter steps on the stairs, or a familiar ache in cold weather. Small signals that the skeleton isn't getting the nutrients it needs. The surprising part? Even a tiny 5% drop in bone density can double fracture risk after 60. But the encouraging news is that the right nutrients, the right ones, can shift this trend in the opposite direction. And they usually don't come from the foods people expect. In this video, we'll count down 10 science-backed foods, from everyday vegetables to fermented dairy and a specific fatty fish that delivers one of the most absorbable forms of calcium found in nature. These foods work with your body, not against it, to help improve balance, posture, and long-term bone strength. So let's start the countdown, beginning with number 10. As we get older, our bones don't weaken because they give up. They weaken because the body slowly becomes less efficient at absorbing and using the minerals needed to keep them strong. Calcium is important, but here's the part most people never get told. Your bones can only use calcium if the body has the right helpers. After age 60, 3 things start changing. 1. Absorption drops. The digestive system becomes less effective at pulling minerals like calcium and magnesium from food. So even if you eat enough, your body doesn't absorb enough. 2. Activation slows down. The proteins that transport minerals into bone tissue become less active with age. Think of it like a delivery system running fewer trucks. Nutrients arrive, but many never reach the bones. 3. Gut bacteria decline. Healthy gut bacteria play a major role in absorbing and activating minerals. When they decrease, calcium absorption drops sharply. This is why so many older adults feel unsteady on uneven ground. Slower climbing stairs, stiff when waking up, or more fatigued after simple activity, these are just age problems. They're signs that bones aren't getting the support they need. The encouraging part? Your bones never stop trying to rebuild themselves, even in your 70s or 80s. The repair process simply slows down unless you supply the nutrients that turn it back on. Certain foods, especially fermented foods, vitamin K-rich greens, and calcium from natural bone sources, help your body absorb minerals more efficiently, activate calcium transport, strengthen bone tissue, and support muscle balance, reducing fall risk. That's why the list we're about to explore is so effective. Each food doesn't just add nutrients. It helps your body use nutrients. Sweet potatoes might seem like an ordinary food, but they quietly support aging bones in a way most people never think about. As we get older, the body tends to develop a kind of low, lingering inflammation, the silent kind that doesn't hurt, but slowly makes it harder for bone cells to repair themselves. Sweet potatoes help ease that hidden tension. Their natural antioxidants and gentle mineral balance create a calmer environment for bones to rebuild, almost like clearing the noise so your body can do its job more efficiently. You don't need to eat a lot. Just a modest serving a couple of times a week baked, steamed, or roasted, is enough to support smoother movement and less stiffness throughout the day. Many older adults find that when inflammation settles and the body feels just a little more supported, their steps become lighter and daily tasks feel a bit easier. Now that we started with a food that creates a healthier foundation inside your bones, let's move to the next nutrient-rich choice, a tiny seed that delivers a surprising amount of strength in every spoonful. 9. Chia seeds. Chia seeds are tiny, but don't let their size fool you. They're one of the most concentrated, slow-release sources of bone-supporting nutrients you can add to your diet. As these seeds absorb liquid, they form a gentle gel that helps the body digest and use minerals more steadily throughout the day. That slow, consistent release matters, especially as we age, because the bones don't just need nutrients once, they need a small, reliable supply to rebuild the inner structure that keeps them strong. Just one spoonful mixed into yogurt, kefir, oatmeal, or even water can quietly boost your calcium availability and support the collagen matrix that gives bones flexibility. Many older adults notice that with regular use, movement feels smoother and joints feel less tense, not because chia seeds work instantly, but because they help the body maintain steadier mineral support over time. It's a small habit that can create a surprising difference in long-term strength. Now that we've added a steady mineral booster to your routine, let's move to the next food, one that doesn't just provide nutrients, but actually helps activate calcium so your bones can use it more effectively. 8. Almonds. Almonds may look like a simple snack, but for aging bones, they play a much bigger role than most people realize. What makes almonds special isn't just their nutrients, it's the way they help your body use calcium more effectively. After 60, it's common for calcium absorption to slow down, not because you aren't getting enough, but because the body doesn't activate it the way it once did. Almonds are naturally rich in magnesium, the mineral that helps switch on your calcium pathways so the nutrients you eat can actually reach your bones. A small handful each day is all it takes. Over time, many older adults notice smoother transitions when standing up, more stability on stairs, and a feeling of better coordination between their muscles and bones. It's not dramatic or sudden. It's a gentle, steady improvement that comes from finally letting your body use the calcium it already has. Almonds simply helped her in the key. And once your calcium is activated and ready to be used, the next food steps in to support bone repair even further, a familiar, everyday ingredient that delivers essential nutrients in a way your bones truly depend on. 7. Eggs. Eggs are one of those everyday foods people often overlook, yet they provide two of the most important nutrients aging bones depend on: vitamin D and high-quality protein. As we get older, the body becomes less efficient at pulling calcium into the bones, and without enough vitamin D, much of that calcium simply never gets used. Eggs naturally supply this missing piece, helping your body draw more calcium from the foods you eat. At the same time, their protein supports the inner structure of your bones, the framework that keeps them strong and stable. Even just one egg a day can make a meaningful difference. Many older adults notice that with consistent intake, they feel steadier on uneven ground, recover faster after activity, and move with a bit more confidence. It's a small habit, but one that quietly supports the daily remodeling your bones continue doing, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. And while eggs help your body pull in more calcium, the next food on our list helps guide that calcium exactly where it needs to go, directly into your bones, where it can make the biggest impact. 6. Spinach is more than just a leafy green. It plays a crucial role in helping your body direct calcium to the right place. As we age, one of the biggest challenges isn't getting enough calcium. It's making sure that calcium actually reaches the bones instead of staying unused in the bloodstream. Spinach naturally provides vitamin K, the nutrient that acts like a traffic signal for calcium, guiding it into bone tissue where it can strengthen the structure from within. Adding spinach to meals a few times a week, whether blended into soups, tossed into eggs, or eaten fresh in salads, can quietly support this transport system. Many older adults notice steadier posture, smoother walking, and a greater sense of stability when vitamin K is consistently part of their diet. It's a simple, flexible food, yet its impact on the body's bone-building process is surprisingly powerful. And once calcium is being guided more efficiently, the next step is making sure your bones have a reliable supply of the raw materials they need every day. Which brings us to food number 5. 5. Calcium-rich foods. Calcium-rich foods are the building blocks your bones draw from every single day. But the key isn't loading up on massive amounts at once. It's giving your body a steady, manageable supply that it can actually use. Foods like fortified milk, tofu, leafy greens, or calcium-enriched alternatives all provide this slow, dependable stream of minerals. When eaten consistently, they support the ongoing repairs your bones make as you move, walk, and balance throughout the day. One of the most helpful habits for older adults is spacing these foods throughout meals instead of taking one large dose at once. A little in the morning, a little in the afternoon, and a little with dinner helps your body absorb calcium more effectively and maintain a smoother mineral balance. Over time, people often notice better posture, improved steadiness, and fewer aches because their bones are getting exactly what they need, right when they need it. But calcium itself is only half the story. What really matters is how easily your body can absorb it. And that brings us to food number 4, where the form of calcium makes an even bigger difference. 4. High absorption calcium sources. Not all calcium is absorbed the same way. As we get older, the body becomes less efficient at pulling calcium from foods, which means the type of calcium we consume matters just as much as the amount. High absorption calcium sources, such as foods with naturally soft, edible bones, certain fermented dairy products, or collagen-rich broths, give your body a form of calcium it can use more easily and more quickly. These foods work especially well when paired with vitamin D from sunlight or foods like eggs and fortified drinks, because vitamin D helps unlock the pathways that guide calcium into bone tissue. Many older adults also find that avoiding high oxalate foods like beet greens or large portions of spinach at the same time as calcium-rich meals helps the body absorb even more of the minerals they're getting. Over time, these small adjustments create a noticeable difference. Movements feel steadier, balance improves, and the legs feel stronger because more of the calcium you're consuming is actually making it into your bones. And now that we've covered how to absorb calcium more effectively, it's time to look at a food that doesn't just help with absorption, it helps activate your entire mineral delivery system. This is where the top 3 foods truly begin to shine. 3. Kefir is one of the most underrated bone-supporting foods, especially for older adults. What makes it so powerful isn't just the nutrients it contains. It's the way it transforms how your body absorbs and uses those nutrients. As we age, our gut bacteria naturally decline, and that shift makes it harder for the body to pull minerals like calcium and magnesium from the foods we eat. Kefir helps restore that balance by delivering beneficial probiotics that strengthen the digestive system and improve mineral absorption from the inside out. With just half a cup a day, many people notice smoother digestion, less bloating, and a more predictable routine, all signs that the gut is functioning better. And when the gut improves, bones follow. Stronger absorption means more minerals reaching your bone tissue, supporting the natural repair process that continues throughout your 60s, 70s, and even 80s. It's a small, simple addition that quietly upgrades the entire mineral delivery system in your body. And once your absorption is working more efficiently, the next food adds another layer of support, strengthening not just your bones, but the muscles that protect them. Let's move on to number 2. 2. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is one of the most balanced foods you can eat for bone health because it supports both the structure of the bones and the muscles that protect them. Its thick, protein-rich texture helps maintain muscle strength, which becomes more important with age. After all, strong muscles mean fewer falls, steadier movements, and better overall stability. At the same time, Greek yogurt naturally provides calcium and probiotics, giving your bones the minerals they need while improving the gut's ability to absorb them. A small cup each day can make a meaningful difference. Many older adults describe feeling more grounded, as if their body moves with better coordination and confidence. That feeling comes from the natural partnership between stronger bones and stronger muscles, a combination that becomes increasingly valuable after 60. And if you're sensitive to lactose, a low-lactose or lactose-free version offers the same benefits with chia. Sear digestion. And now we reach the food that stands above the rest. A simple, often overlooked option that delivers the most absorbable form of calcium found in nature and does more for bone strength than many supplements ever could. Sardines with bones are one of the most powerful bone-supporting foods available, and most people are surprised to hear it. What makes them exceptional isn't just their calcium content, it's the form of calcium they provide. Because the bones in sardines are soft and fully edible, the calcium they contain is already in a natural structure the body recognizes and absorbs with remarkable ease. This gives older adults access to a type of mineral support that many supplements simply can't match. But the benefits don't stop there. Sardines also bring vitamin D and omega-3 fats into the mix, creating a trio of nutrients that work together to support bone repair, reduce inflammation, and strengthen the tissues around the joints. Eating a small can once or twice a week, mixed into a salad, spread on whole grain toast, or paired with vegetables, can provide a steady, highly absorbable source of everything your bones need to stay resilient. Many older adults find that over time, they move with more confidence, feel steadier on their feet, and experience fewer wobbly moments during daily tasks. It's not dramatic or sudden. It's a quiet, consistent improvement that comes from giving the body minerals in the exact form it can use best. Now that we've walked through all 10 foods, you can start to see the bigger picture. Bone health after 60 isn't about chasing supplements or making drastic changes. It's about giving your body a series of small, consistent signals that say, "I'm ready to rebuild." Each of these foods does something slightly different. Some calm inflammation, some improve absorption, some activate calcium, and others deliver minerals in the exact form your bones can use. When you combine even just 2 or 3 of them throughout the week, you create a gentle rhythm of support, a routine your bones can depend on. And here's the part worth remembering. Your body hasn't stopped trying to strengthen itself. Not at 60, not at 70, not at 80. The repair process is still there, waiting for the right tools, the right nutrients, and the right habits to come back to life. So whether you start with a spoon of chia seeds, a cup of Greek yogurt, a serving of spinach, or a can of sardines once a week, know that every small choice becomes part of a much bigger change. If this video brought you clarity or hope, feel free to share it with someone who might need the same encouragement. And in the next video, we'll go even deeper, exploring simple daily habits that help your bones respond even faster to the nutrients you give them. Until then, take care of yourself. Stay steady, stay strong, and remember, every step you take toward better bone health truly matters.